"45 years ago this week, we were in the regional basketball championship game. I, of course, played for Joplin, McAuley Regional Catholic High School, and we were playing against the undefeated champions from the previous year, LaMonte High School. We were behind with 3 seconds left in the game, and I asked our coach, John Ime, to let me take that final shot. And it turned out pretty good.
And 3 seconds left in the ball game now. Joplin McAuley trying to make a clutch shot. Shoots it. LaMonte loses by 1.
When I think back to those days, I typically remember what old King Solomon had to say about the old days. In Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 11, he says, "There's no remembrance of the earlier things, and of the later things as well, which will occur, there will be no remembrance of them among those who will come later still." In other words, there's going to come a day when nobody remembers, aside from a few YouTube clips. Nobody's going to remember that shot. And sure, there are some of us old geezers who still very fondly remember that time and that week, that period of a couple of weeks when we were having the time of our lives as high school basketball players. But the day is going to come when nobody's going to remember. And the people who are having their own glory days today, making equally amazing shots, someday nobody's going to remember that either. You know, you have to ask yourself, was Solomon saying that it's just all pointless? That there's no point in trying to achieve championships or cure diseases or invent technology that changes the world and all that kind of stuff? But I don't think that's what he was saying at all. I think he was just saying that this is the nature of life in this world and a generational thing happening here. I mean, think back. I mean, I know almost nothing about my great-grandparents. Just a couple of generations back, I barely know anything about them. And go back 7 generations, 10 generations, we know nothing. In many cases, we don't even know their names. We don't know when they lived, when they died. So there's this generational thing that's happening that really we're bound by time, and we can't do anything about it. But what I think Solomon was getting at really it comes at the end of the book, the end of Ecclesiastes. He says, the conclusion, when everything has been heard, is fear God and keep his commandments, because this applies to every person. So how do we have any chance of a meaningful life that matters beyond our own existence, our own time on planet Earth? Well, it's all about God. It's all about fearing him, respecting him enough to obey him and put him at the center of our lives. He's the eternal one, and he's the one who offers us eternal life by faith. And so it only makes sense that if we want to live eternally and we want to matter for eternity, that we have to go to God, the one who is eternal, the only one who can offer us, the only one who can possibly offer us eternal life. In the New Testament, Paul says, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time," or the futility of this present time, the difficulties of being strapped into time, are not worthy to be compared with the glory that is to be revealed to us. And, in context, he's talking about the second coming of Jesus. He's talking about the true glory days. Our glory days are small and fleeting and ultimately forgettable. But the true glory days are when Christ returns. Jesus is going to return and receive the glory and honor that he rightly deserves. He won't be a little baby in Bethlehem this time, a humble servant. He's going to be the glorified King of the universe. That promise is made hundreds of times throughout the Bible. And so trust him. That's the bottom line, is trust him for our own lives and for the future. Trust him for the true glory days.